Welcome to Sports Guy Talking. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about why the Golden State Warriors dominated Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals between the Mavericks and the Warriors. Steph Curry led the way for the Warriors in points with 21. Luka Doncic, superstar player for the Dallas Mavericks. Yes, you heard me. He's a superstar. Struggled to play great basketball. And as a result of that, the Mavericks got blown off the floor by 25 points. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So, here it is. What is your reaction to the Warriors winning Game 1 by the score of 112 to 87? Well, I'm going to start off with this. Let's go. Let's go. Golden State Warriors. Let's get it. I told y'all the Warriors was going to win Game 1. I told y'all the Warriors are going to go back to the NBA Finals. Y'all have been doubting them since day one. And that's what this Golden State Warriors team has exactly been out there to go do. I remember KD, he tried to leave the Warriors. And I like Kevin Durant. He's actually one of my favorite NBA players. But Kevin Durant, when he left the Golden State Warriors, it was, oh, let me try to prove that I didn't need the Golden State Warriors to win a championship. And I'm going to tell you right now that KD is down bad right now because on the Brooklyn Nets, they don't look anywhere near a finals contender right now. And even though Kevin Durant has been great individually, his teammates and coaching staff around him in Brooklyn, on the other hand, hey, it's not looking so good. And I want to address what it takes to win championships. Everybody says, oh man, if Kevin Durant, he jumped on the bandwagon. But let's be honest, guys. Kevin Durant, he needed the Golden State Warriors. Anytime any great player wins a championship, he has a great supporting cast around him and a great coach around him, or at least they have structure for the most part. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it is for these championship teams. All these people saying, Kevin Durant, he never needed he couldn't win without a great coaching staff around him or a great supporting cast. Well, shoot, all players need great players around them. They can't do it by themselves. Nobody in the history of the NBA can win championships 1-on-5. All right, not even Michael Jordan, the GOAT, could go ahead and do that. All right. Anyways, though, that's kind of my little tangent about Kevin Durant. I want to get back to this Golden State Warriors team. Yeah, man, I was impressed by what the Golden State Warriors showed in Game 1. And I felt like the Warriors weren't even that good for their standards, at least on the offensive side of the floor. It didn't feel like the Golden State Warriors played the best basketball that they could have. But you mean to tell me that this Warriors team could play mediocre basketball the way that they did last night? And yes, I call it mediocre because it could have been better, at least on the offensive side of the floor. And they win by 25 points. Man, imagine what's going to happen when Golden State's going to get their A game back on track. Because if they get their A game, this Dallas Mavericks team is going to get blown off the floor. I did say that Luka Doncic would be able to steal 2 games for the Dallas Mavericks. I still stand by that because Luka is Luka at the end of the day. But this Golden State Warriors team, they're going to blow the Dallas Mavericks off the floor. If the Dallas Mavericks cannot get Luka Doncic to score more than 20 points and or not get supporting cast around him. I mean, just look at the Golden State Warriors starting lineup. The Golden State Warriors had all 5 of their starters scoring double figures. They had 7 total players that scored in double figures. Let me give you some of the names. Let me give you the names that scored all these points for the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, he led the way with 21 points. Then Andrew Wiggins, former number 1 overall pick that everybody was claiming was to be a bust. And I was like, no, he's just in a bad situation on the Timberwolves. He put up 19 points, played elite defense on Luka Doncic, knocked down three-pointers. So that's pretty good for him as well. And then, of course, there's Klay Thompson. He scored 15 points. Felt like he could have done a little bit more than that. We all know that Klay is capable of going off at any time. So the way I'm seeing it, man, this Warriors team hasn't necessarily even been peaking yet, and they're already dominating opponents right now. And then Draymond Green, he put up 10 points, but the stat sheet doesn't do him justice. He was making plays all over the side of the game of basketball, both sides of the floor, both offense and defense. Draymond Green was making the plays necessary. Then Kevon Looney making his buckets in that dunker spot right there. So the way I see it, Kevon Looney, he managed to score 10 points as well. So that's already 5 players for the Golden State Warriors that scored in double figures. That's everybody in their starting lineup. And they got production from Otto Porter Jr. He scored 10 points off the bench. All right, he made plays happen. And then Jordan Poole. This man has been sensational for the Golden State Warriors. I like to call him the third splash brother because all he just does is knock down buckets. And that's exactly what Jordan Poole does. 19 points for them off the bench. If the Golden State Warriors are getting production for their bench the way that they did, man, this Warriors team is dangerous because it didn't even feel like this Warriors team was necessarily even peaking yesterday, and they still managed to look good. So when you look at it from that perspective, man, oh man, this Golden State Warriors team, they're going to be a dangerous team to watch out for. And here's the crazy thing about the Warriors, too. They missed 6 free throws out of a possible 16 free throws last night. That is extremely unusual for the Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors, they're supposed to be elite from the free throw line, but they were not elite from the free throw line last night. Despite that, they still did better. They still dominated the game. That's what I'm trying to say. And then you look at the Dallas Mavericks. All right, Luka Doncic. Look, let's be honest. 20 points on 18 shots for Luka Doncic. Look, he's a great basketball player, but that was not a good performance by Luka Doncic in game one. Yes, I know he's hurting. I know he's hurting in that shoulder. And I know that he's getting locked out by Andrew Wiggins. But Luka Doncic has got to play a little bit better than that at least. Because if he doesn't, this team doesn't have a chance of being this Golden State Warriors team. Look, on a plus-minus scale, Luka Doncic finished with a minus 30. He's got to do better than that. And Luka's got to knock down more than 3 3-pointers because Luka is capable of going off for more than that. So he's got to be able to knock down some of those outside shots. I know he's hurting, but he's got to be able to do that. He's got to be able to get them double-doubles. He's got to get them triple-doubles in order for the Mavericks to even stand a chance in this series. That's just the reality of the situation that they're in. All right. And then you look at the other double-digit scores for the Dallas Mavericks. Jalen Brunson, he scored 14 points, but it took him 16 shots to do so. He went 0-5 from the three-point line. That's not going to cut it. Then Reggie Bullock, he scored 12 points for them, but it took him 12 shots to get there. He went 3 of 10 from the three-point line, couldn't knock down his shots. Again, that's not going to cut it either. I will give credit, though, to Spencer Dinwiddie. He did score 17 points off the bench for the Dallas Mavericks. He went 5 of 11, played pretty well, all right, but the Dallas Mavericks are going to need more than what they're getting from their supporting cast around Luka Doncic. And I get it. This team is not filled with stars all over the place. Outside of Luka Doncic, they don't have a top 50 player on their roster. Look, I could probably devote a whole topic as to listing 50 players in the NBA that are better than these role players that are right there for the Dallas Mavericks right now. And the fact that the Dallas Mavericks are even in the conference finals to begin with, man, that's an incredible feat to see. Because you're looking at this roster, it's Luka and who else? Dinwiddie, Brunson, Bullock, Kleber. I mean, come on. This Mavericks team is not that talented, and they're not equipped to stop a team like the Golden State Warriors, a team that has star power, a team that can have multiple guys go off for 20 to 25 points per night, guys that can score off the bench as well. The Dallas Mavericks don't have the personnel that it takes to stop a team like the Golden State Warriors. Now, I was generous to the Mavericks and say, you know what? I think Luka can steal 2 games for the Dallas Mavericks. But even so, I feel like that's going to be a bit of a stretch because right now, from what's it looking like, this Golden State Warriors team is significantly better than the Dallas Mavericks, top to bottom. And then you also look at coaching. I know Jason Kidd, he's done an incredible job with the Dallas Mavericks. But the Golden State Warriors, they also have a pretty great head coach in Steve Kerr as well. He's one of my favorite coaches in the NBA. All right, so the way I'm looking at it, Golden State Warriors, they're the better basketball team. They're the better coach team. It honestly should be a sweep, but because Luka Doncic is a great basketball player, I think he's going to be able to steal 2 games for the Dallas Mavericks. But even so, that's just kind of more of me hoping that Luka is just going to be Luka. Because even so, you know, that seems to be a bit of a stretch. And I'm just looking at the box score right now. I'm looking at quarters 1, 2, 3, and 4. Look, Dallas Mavericks, they got to score more than 18 points in quarters 1 and 4. That's just got to be high. If they score 18 points in the quarter consistently, they're going to lose every game in this series. And the fact that Golden State only put up 112, but it felt like they were missing a lot of opportunities to score more points than that. Man, if I'm the Dallas Mavericks, I'm massively concerned right now. I'm not going to say that this series is over for them. It's just 1 game. But they better get their stuff together because if they don't get their stuff together, this series could rather turn ugly. So the way I see it, Steph Curry, he needs to up his game a bit. I believe he will, though. And once he ups his game, then the Dallas Mavericks are going to be in huge trouble if they're not already in huge trouble. So that's the way I'm seeing it. So that is why the Warriors are going to end up winning the Western Conference Finals as they were just flat out the better basketball team out there on the floor. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking. Like the video and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in a future video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Dustin Tran and at Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter at Dustin Tran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Sports Guy Talking to get the latest from the show, Tran Talks. Go ahead and like the video. Comment down below. Check the description box on the video in order to follow my socials. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from Tran Talks on the YouTube channel Sports Guy Talking.